Hey guys, in my last tutorial, I went about the cutting process of a trouser, a palazzo trouser, and for this one, I'm going to be sewing this. I'm gonna head to cut out my material for this. I used 1.5 yard of jumper fabric. I just went ahead to transfer my dart to the material by leaving a notch and using my chalk to mark that out, alright? So then I also went ahead to cut out my waistband, which is just 4 inches by width, and the length is just about the length of my round waist measurement. So to start with, I'm just going ahead to sew along the crotch line, and then I'm going to take my dart on my back piece. So now I'm gonna take my dart on my back piece and sew across my crotch line. Next thing I'm going to do will be to work on my front piece. For my front piece, it's going to have a zipper flyer. So to start with, I'm just going ahead to take my dart on both sides. After taking my dart on both sides, this is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead now to work on the zipper. So for my zipper, I went ahead to buy one that's just 8 inches by length, okay? Just get one that's as short as this. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my chalk to leave a mark where I have that silver printing on my zipper. I'm going to sew from that point downwards to cover up the crotch line, alright? So after sewing on that line, I'm going to go ahead and leave a notch just so my zipper can have a better fitting. So at this point now, I've just gone ahead to cut out 2 pieces of material for my zipper flyer. My zipper here is about 8 inches by length. So I cut all these materials about 9 to 10 inches by length. And the width of this one is 2 inches, while the width of this one is 4 inches. I folded into two, give it a good press, and then I used my scissors to off this part a bit, which is optional. So I'm going to be working on this side of the zipper first. For that, I'm just going to take my zipper, turn it around to the back, and then I'm going to be sewing on this side. I'll place it just directly on top of it like this. Just look at the placement of my zipper so you don't end up sewing it the wrong way, okay? I'm taking the material that I put out 2 inches by width with no curve, and I'm placing it directly on top of the zipper. I'm making use of my pins to pin this down so it doesn't move around or so my zip doesn't become wavy. So just go ahead and pin yours down. Then I'm going to sew directly on top of it. I'm sewing on top of it using my zipper foot. So this zipper foot makes sewing your zipper seamless so you don't sew on top of your zip. Okay. So when sewing on your zipper, you may need to adjust the head of your zipper downward. Not adjusting this can mean you not sewing on that part of the zipper properly. So I just went ahead to adjust my zipper head downward, and I'm just going ahead to sew directly on top of my zipper. So when sewing your zipper, you want to stop where you have that silver dot at your zipper, okay? So I just went ahead to stop my stitch directly at that point. You can stop above the point, but do not stop below the point, okay? So at that point now, I'm just going to use my chalk to mark it. So I'm going to close up the remaining space that I have here. I'm joining the 2 pieces that I have for my front together, and I'm closing it up. For my zipper, after sewing on it and closing the crotch line, this is what I have. For my back, I made use of my material as a bias to bind in that part so my thread doesn't become very loose or that part doesn't look very rough. If you have a weaving machine, please go ahead and weave on that part. So I'm going to work on the other side of my zipper flyer now, and for that, I'm just placing the other material which I cut by 4 and ironed into 2 directly on this part. Okay, so as usual, you just want to go ahead and pin this down so it doesn't move around and so it doesn't become wavy. This is very essential when sewing. Please do not miss this. So after sewing on it, this is what I have. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to iron on it. But please observe that I stopped directly where I have my silver lining too on this. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and fold this inward just the way it's supposed to be placed, and I'm just going to iron it out so it looks better. After ironing it out, you can see that my fabric can now relax to the back very easy. Okay, so go ahead and iron that out. So this other part that is extending out, I'm just flapping it into the trouser. Okay, so I just went ahead to put it inside of it, and then I'm going to place this one on top of the other just so you can see me doing. Okay, I'm just trying to place this directly on top of each other the way it is supposed to be. After I do that, I'm going to use my pins to hold this down. Please, when you're sewing your flyer for your trouser, just go ahead and take a trouser that you have that has a zipper so you can understand this step better. So I've gone ahead to move one side of the trouser away so I can attach my zipper to the part of the material that I just attached. Okay, I do hope you understand. So that part of the material, the first piece and my zipper is the one that I am picking up right now. So you just want to go ahead and place your material in a very comfortable position for you that you're going to be able to attach these two pieces together. I do hope you understand. Whatever adjustment now I'm making to my material is just so I can find a comfortable position where I can sew these two pieces together. So basically, you're sewing your zipper and the material you just attached together, which is the first piece you're going to be picking up. All right, once I've attached this is what I have. I'm going to take off my pins, and this is what it looks like. It's not going to be wavy if you pin this down and iron as you sew. So for this part of your zipper, this side is not supposed to be flying out. If you notice your zipper flyers, there's always a top stitch to this. So for your top stitch, you're going to move this other piece of fabric away so you don't sew on top of it and sew together. If you sew together, your zip is going to be closed up, okay? You're just going to measure like 1 inch away from that point where you want to take your top stitch from. I do hope you understand. You need to measure 1 inch away from that point where you want to take your top stitch from. I'm going to be using my chalk to mark out the lines where I'm going to be taking my top stitch from on this part of my trouser. Okay, so I'm just going to go and sew directly downward with a straight line. You want to go as slow as possible so this looks very, very, very neat. Okay, when you're getting to this edge, at this point where your zip stops, at that point there's usually a curve. So you're just going to use your chalk again and you're going to be curving that out so you know what lines to follow. So once I've done that, I'm just going ahead now to sew directly on those lines to make the curve on the front of this trouser. Alright guys, so looking at my zipper, this is what I have. At this point, I'm done with my zipper flyer and I'm just going to go ahead and join the sides of my trousers. I'm going to take my back piece of my trouser and I'm going to sew on both sides from top to down. I'm going to join all the way down. After doing this, this is what I have for my trousers. I've joined from top to down, all the way down at the sides. So I also went ahead to join along the crotch line, the legs of the trousers, and this is what I have. Once you've done this, you can go ahead and hem the legs of your trousers using just the same amount of allowance that you took for this. So I'm going to work on my waistband right now. So my waistband, my material now on my trouser as I have it is folded into two. So I'm going to measure from one side of my waist to the other side of my waist, and it's just going to give me my exact waist measurement. This is 15 and a half, and my waist measurement is 31. So it's exactly what I have. I've gone ahead to cut out my waistband, and it's 4 inches that I cut out, and I just went ahead to iron it this way as you can see. So I attach my waistband. I'm going to be sewing on this side of the material. Okay. So for this side, I just ironed it in, and for the other side, it's sticking out just like you can see it. So I'm going to start on this side to sew my waistband. So I'm going to place my material this way. When sewing this, you want to make sure that you have at least half inch sticking out, which you're going to be using to turn this piece inside out. So I'm just going to move my material this way and I'm going to sew on half of an inch to join my waistband and the trouser together. So I'm going to sew all the way around this trouser. Once I've done that, just went ahead to cut it out and I'm just going to fold my material this way. To close up the side, I'm going to sew on half of an inch. I'll just the exact amount of fabric that you left there. Just go ahead and close it up. Okay. And whenever I'm doing to this side of this trouser, I'm also going to do it to the other end of the waist of this trouser. So just go ahead and do that on both sides. Once I've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and trim off the excess so it doesn't look swollen when I turn this inside out. And after sewing this inside out, it's just going to be laid down flat. So to sew this, I'm just going to pin this down. So I'm gonna have to pin this down now just like you can see. The purpose of pinning this down is so one part of your waistband does not gather at different points, okay? So now just go ahead and make a top stitch directly at the edge of your waistband. And you're going to be doing that all the way through this trouser. Once I've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and use my button to finish off this trouser and I'm going to create a button hole for that. And this is basically all I have for this trouser. Subscribe for more, like and share. Bye guys.